Hey guys, what's up? Lumpy Ice Cream here. A video on the channel. It's a miracle. Some might say it's a Christmas miracle. Yes, we've entered the Christmas season. Some would say we've been in the Christmas season for about half a month, because that's typically when stores start stocking for Christmas bullshit. So, I figured, what better way to give back to my viewers than to start doing one video every day for the month of December. Now, I know I've already failed at this because I did not upload something on the 1st of December. Truth be told, I only came up with this idea today. And I'm currently getting this done at 9:36 at night. But not to fear, viewers. I will be uploading 2 videos today. I'm going to be doing kind of a cop-out. There's a video I've been sitting on for a while that will go up after this one, and that will serve as December 2nd's video. This one serving as December 1st. But yes, from here on out, ladies and gentlemen, one video every day. That could range from, I don't know, say an action figure review, which I'm actually calling Lumpy Talks Toys now. So, yeah, and the first episode, well, not currently being edited, because the Tim is a very busy person, and he's going to Melbourne tomorrow, so yay for the Tim. But once he gets back, he'll probably be editing my video that I gave him, in which I'm going to be looking at all 4, well, I've already looked at all 4 versions of the 12th Doctor figure. That was fun to do. I also filmed a one for the Batman the Animated Series Batman figure from DC Collectibles. Haven't given that to him yet, just haven't got the time to hand it to him, and now I won't because Melbourne tomorrow. But I figured I'd sit down and just, I don't know, talk. You'll be getting vlogs, you'll be getting, I don't want to say reactions, you might, I don't know. Predictions for TLC, recap of TLC, God knows what. Honestly, I don't know. I have some stuff planned, but it's not a lot. So if you guys have some stuff, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll take your suggestions on board and try my best to do what I can. Okay, so I figured today I'd sit down and do something a little bit different, and that is just talk. Well, I do that anyway, but more specifically about myself, because the 2 years I've been doing YouTube, I've never actually full-on talked about, you know, the kind of person I am, the kind of person I want to be. And I figured, you know, we'll take a look, considering that we've started the last month of the year, I want to take a look back at 2015 and how it's shaped me, not just as a YouTuber, but as a person in general. Okay, so first thing I guess you should know about me, my friends are my life, basically. And if any of you are watching this, you know, leave now, because I'm probably going to tear up. Yeah, no. And I don't want to make you tear up, God forbid. I'm a relatively fun person. I love to have fun with friends. I don't like to argue with my friends. That's not to say I don't have arguments with some of my friends, because I certainly do. But, yeah, basically, without my friends, I don't know what I would do. You know, I'm probably going to get called all kinds of sentimental bullshit names for this, but I don't care. That's the kind of person I am. I kind of tell it like it is, and just get my opinion out there in any way I can. I am 19 years old. I know that probably seemed like I was trying to think, but I wasn't, I knew. I'm turning 20 in February, and that terrifies the fuck out of me. 2 decades of me. Wow, I don't know what to do. This year has been extremely hectic for me. It was my first year out of college, and trying to juggle, finding a job, personal problems, which I'm not going to get into, because I don't want to bore you all with my personal problems. But yeah, did you see that? This moth thinks he can get a, behind the scenes glimpse. Whatever. So yeah. What are things I enjoy? Obviously, getting on camera, making content for you guys, whether, it gets 100 views, which is very rare for my channel. I know there's a few videos that have 100 or more views or close to it, but, whether it's that or 2 people, as long as someone has clicked on the video and watched the content, I'm fine with it. Plus, doing the whole Thick Plus in Productions video has just made me that more passionate about doing YouTube. Honestly, I probably would have given YouTube maybe a year and kind of thought, what was the point? If the views stayed the same and if the subscribers stayed the same, I probably would have ended up saying, what was the point, and kind of thrown in the basket. Throw in an actual basket. I don't know. You'll probably notice that I just tend to say a lot of stuff and don't really think my words through. I'm that kind of person. I just like to say stuff without really thinking about it. But yeah, YouTube. You'll know that my past YouTube track record has been sketchy at best. Sometimes I would say, okay, so this many videos, this is what you'll be getting, and then kind of desert YouTube for several months before coming back and saying, I'm back, do a few videos, and then kind of leave YouTube for a while, and then come back, and I've done that again this year. I can't remember when the last video I put up was. I think it was September 2014. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, and then Arkham Knight came out. And if you've watched those Arkham Knight reactions, because then I don't like to call them playthroughs anymore, because they're kind of reactions, they're not any gameplay. So reactions is what typically they should be. So those were on the spot. It was an on the spot decision. I was just sitting there, looked at the webcam software. I'm like, fuck it. What can go wrong? Chucked in the game, shot the reactions for it, which I've been meaning to get Joel to finish a level for me. He's actually already finished the game by himself. So he's probably going to finish that level for me whenever he does. I've told him just to do it because I ask him, but I don't force him to do it. So I'm just like, look, whenever you want to fucking do this, just do it, because I'm going to keep forgetting to tell you. And that's what's happened with that. Plus, Joel's looking to start his YouTube up, and he's going to get a capture card and do some playthroughs, and he's apparently going to get me to play games. I'm not a gamer, if you've seen those videos of the Arkham Knight playthroughs. I can't play video games for shit. But, he's going to try and get me to play some, and hopefully record my raging reactions. So, yeah. I'm going to wait to see if he gets a capture card, and then I might be able to use it so I can capture what I'm doing in Arkham Knight. So, there's that. Starting this year off, obviously, YouTube wasn't even a thing for me. I'd kind of given up at that point. I just got sick of the whole deal. I'm putting out these videos, and sure, they're not quality videos, but, what's the point? And that was a bad time for me, so I just kind of said, fuck this whole thing, and kind of threw in the towel. And it wasn't until the Arkham Knight things that I'm like, this could be something new. People like playthroughs, grabs laptop and does it. And that kind of just snowballed from there. Like, I haven't been consistent on this channel, but making the channel with Tim, it has been phenomenal. I live for the days where Tim comes up and we shoot a video. Our Jessica Jones one got a little bit heated. Go and watch that, please, because we get very heated and kind of into a heated argument, which Tim and I don't often do, but, we we were very tired after watching. We didn't watch Jessica Jones from start to finish, but yeah. Yeah. But Tim and I, we have known each other since, grade 7. We weren't friends in grade 7, but then in grade 8 we were, and I can't even remember how we became friends, because I kind of fell into the crowd that bullied him, and I hate that. I hate that I did that. But, we just became friends. It was really weird. But yeah, I like acting. That's what I love to do as well. I've done a few stage things. Now, I was actually quite, I guess I was a late bloomer in terms of that. I was a delinquent of a child. I was getting in trouble a lot at school, getting suspended for getting in fights and just doing generally stupid shit. I was one of those kids. I was an attention seeker, I guess you can say. And then in grade 10, I discovered theatre. And the teachers all kind of saw there was a change in me. They didn't know what it was. I became a lot less of a delinquent, and I'm still kind of an attention seeker to this day. I'd like to think not as much as I was, but I'm just kind of have that personality that I just want, attention, I guess. It always people don't tend to like me because of it. And it can kind of lead people to think I can't take stuff seriously. I certainly can. I've given out my share of advice through my years. Yeah, this is getting really sentimental, I guess. But I've just kind of thought that this YouTube channel doesn't really feel personal, and I feel like to let it into my life, I kind of need to let my life go into my YouTube channel, which, I don't think has been achieved in the 2+ years I've been doing this. Nearly 3 years now. Next year it will be. But, yeah. Obviously, I'm passionate about Doctor Who. Obviously. It is my favorite show. I've been watching the show for 12 years. The show's 50th anniversary was actually 10 years of me watching it. So pretty big deal for me personally. And I know people now say, well, I've been watching it for more than you, but more power to you. For me, it's still a big deal. But yeah, you'll probably see that a lot of the time I have friends up and we do videos. I'm typically the one who invites my friends around. I get invited to stuff, but I just want a friend up every weekend, and it feels really weird not to have one. I don't know, I'm just that kind of a person that constantly needs to be around friends because they make my life more interesting. Back to acting. I actually really want to talk about this. The first show I was in, and I'll always have super fond memories of it, it was something called High School Spooficle. obviously a spoof of High School Musical. It was mind-boggling how great and grand this thing felt. You know, we had a large class. I was going to say class and then changed to cast, which, you know, they're the same thing because it was a drama class. We had like 60 people, I think, in the cast/class, and the backstage crew. I think it was around like 70 people. So, yeah, 70 people in the class. It was huge. And I think the funniest thing was half the cast got sick halfway through, you know, our shows. I think we had like 6 shows, maybe more. I played a nerd named Dwayne. He was fun to play. Originally, I was just going to do like my regular voice for it, but then I did a lisp. Something I kind of can't do now. It's really weird. Yeah, I do this voice when I do it, but I don't think that was the voice I put on. It's kind of weird. And then, reading the script, there was one character that I knew fitted me to a T. His name was Corey. The reason for that is, if anyone's in Australia, I'm sure you'll know this guy. There was this guy named Corey, I can't remember his last name. But basically, when his parents were out of home, he threw a massive party at his house and basically trashed everything when his parents were out. So, the character was based off that, because every single line of dialogue was just, party! Party! And that. I'm trying to be quiet because my dad's in bed. But yeah. And the moment I read the script, I'm like, that's the frickin' role I want. And I went to the drama teacher, Miss Usher, and I'm like, this is the role I want. I still want this Dwayne role, but I actually looked, and at no point do they appear on stage together. And she's like, well, no one is in that role, so we'll let you read for it, but I don't think you'll get it. Did the read through and was pretty much given the part straight after that. And it was pretty much at that point that I discovered that, you know, acting is what I want to do. I want to do acting. You know, be an actor. That's why I'm doing the Doctor Who fan film. Is because I want to be an actor. Then, going into grade 11, college, I was offered the lead role in A Midsummer Night's Dream. I actually had to turn that down, though, because my mum doesn't live where I live. She lives in Townsville, although she is moving to somewhere else. But at the time, she lived in Townsville. And my nan had already booked the tickets to go up there. And the date of the show fell into when I was going to be up there, and there was just no way to get around it. And so sadly, I had to give up the lead role, and that was kind of upsetting for me, because like, that was a chance to prove that I could, you know, be serious, because, I mean, I can do comedy. Like, I'm sure you'll see on this channel, I've done a lot of, well, not a lot, but I've done a few skits. Over on the Tim's channel, we did a improv thing, and I thought that was kind of funny. I'm a kind of creative person when I want to be. Sometimes I'm not, though. I can struggle to think of ideas, but sometimes I can be quite creative. But another thing I did in year 11 was a child's play called Peggy the Pint-Sized Pirate, and it's hella weird. I can't remember the name of the character I played. I think his name was Scummy. I'm pretty sure it was Scummy. He's a pirate, obviously, but I didn't want to be just like the generic "Yar, I be a pirate" kind of thing. So I put a spin on it, And when I, like, walked in and read the script, I just kind of did the first thing that popped into my mind, and it happened to be an Irish accent. So I played this role as an Irish pirate, and it was some of the greatest fun I've ever had. And then the director actually said to me, alright, I want you to go out. We only did one show, and it was for like, well, our drama class was there as well, and a few of the college kids that had free lines at that point, and a bunch of primary school kids that came over to the college to watch it. And he says to me, alright, I want you to go out there in character and talk to these kids. I don't care what you say, but obviously keep it kid-friendly. I'm like, yep, okay. What am I going to say? So I just go out. I had about 5 minutes prep time beforehand, I think. So I go out onto the stage, and I'm like, oh, hello, kids. Or I think I did something similar to that. It might have been different. And I'm like, where are you all from? And they're like, I can't remember what primary school it was. But they said that. I'm like, oh, that's where I went when I was a wee lass. And hearing the kids just laugh at that, it was kind of, funny. I'm the kind of actor who has to kind of struggle not to smile or laugh. And I'm like, because like just hearing the kids have a good time made me have a good time as well. And it kind of like fueled my energy, because the character runs around a lot screaming his head off because he's scared. And just doing that and hearing the kids just have a good time gave me more energy and just fueled me as a performer. I also had a slight voiceover role in that, because there's this like game show part, and you know how game shows have the announcers and all of that are like off-screen commentators, not commentators, but like, they just announce everything. Well, the script had one of those. Originally, what we were going to do was just have someone backstage with a microphone doing that. But I managed to talk the director into saying, I'm like, okay, I can do a pretty good game show voice. And then I did it, and I'm like, is it possible, because my character was on stage at this point, I'm like, is it possible that at some point I could take my free time and record this dialogue? And he's like, well, we're flush out of options, so sure. Went in one weekend, recorded the dialogue, super fun. Very quick process, probably took like 10 minutes just to do it. Pretty fun. I'll give you a slight sample of my game show voice. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Dinner with the sea monster. That was one of the lines of dialogue. Let me know what you thought. Some people couldn't even tell it was me. And they were like some of my closest friends. So I thought that was pretty good. Like when you can do a voice and people can't tell it's you, I think that's spot on. But yeah, that was a really fun production to do. And even better was because the college I went to was like really into helping. What the fuck? Is that you, Joel? No. It's Joel. He's a faggot. My faggot brother. Nah, he's not a faggot. I hope so. I'm doing a weird video.
About?
Just talking about the year I've had. Yeah! Because, like, I'm going to be doing one video every day for this month. Because why not? I was wearing my mask.
No, I'm not. I'm not even wearing a mask. That's really cool.
You know, the camera probably didn't get a word of that. But oh well.
It's my true form.
That's terrifying. Put the mask back on. Go back into your room. Anyway, but yeah, the role of Peggy, like, switched around a lot. Like, there were so many people who, like, would come into the class, then drop out, then someone else would come in, and then drop out. And eventually the director brought in his daughter, and she learnt some of the lines, and, like, you know, she had a script in hand on stage, and that was something we made the audience aware of, that due to technicality, she has only been in the role for, like, a few days. She's learnt a lot of the script, but if she has to look at her pages, please forgive her, yada, yada, yada. And she did such a good job, because she barely looked at her script. Like, there were only a few times when she had to, and I was super impressed, because she was like 12 years old, I think, and that was just phenomenal. I was really shocked at her ability, not just as an actor, but to learn those lines super quickly. Phenomenal, especially at such a young age. And then the next show I was a part of, I don't want to pick favourites, but this would have to be up there, because each one was super good and some things were bad about it. I think always the worst thing about a show is when you don't get to perform it a lot of times. Like I said, Peggy was only performed once, and that's a short play as it is. So that was kind of upsetting that we only did that once, and it was super fun to do. And then this one was called That 60s Show, which was completely written by our class. We wrote everything, and it was phenomenal. I actually managed to work Batman into the script. Adam West, 60s Batman. So that was fun. And I got to play the role, so that's even better. But, like, we only got to do the show twice, so that was kind of upsetting. But the bond that our drama class had was super tight. The grade 10 drama class, I don't want to name names, but there were a few people in the class that kind of just felt like they didn't have the passion to do it, and they kind of picked it just because they thought the class would be super easy and it would just be reading lines off a piece of paper and putting hardly any energy into it. There weren't. I'm not saying that was the whole class, because there were some really great performances. But a few of the cast members kind of felt like they didn't even want to be there. And then, with Peggy, it's like I said, that was just like a splinter off. We were originally going to do our own piece that we were going to write ourselves, and it would be short, but then we just splintered off to do this whole entertainment thing for kids. I'm like, that seems like a great idea to do. So we splintered off and did that, so it wasn't really a whole class thing. It was just like, I think the cast was about 5-6 people, maybe a bit more, but yeah, it wasn't a big cast at all. And like I said, there were so many people coming in, going out, it was hard to adjust to everything. But then, when it came to year 12, which was That 60 Show, our class just got on so well. You know, we were a functioning unit. We improved each other. We had so much fun just in class in general, and behind the scenes and on stage. The dynamic just worked, and it made going to school so enjoyable. Going to class so enjoyable. And our drama teacher, wow, he was phenomenal. Honestly, he has helped me so much, you know, for giving me the opportunity to, you know, I mean, he gave me a lead role despite not seeing me perform before, and that was great. and I had 3 roles to work with that 60s show. I played Batman. I played an outback he's not a racist, but he wanted to kill hippies, because it was set in the 60s and that was a big deal back then. And I played a judge, which was a serious role. And it was just so fun to just be a part of this and play 3 completely different roles. And for him to give me that opportunity to play those roles was phenomenal and kind of strengthened me as an actor. And then I would say this was probably the most fun to play, this next role, and it was Macbeth. I played Macbeth. I've played Batman and Macbeth. That's great. No. It was a modern kind of adaptation of Macbeth. And I guess it inadvertently became more comedic because of our class. Because we had so much fun with the roles, it kind of just, our natural chemistry kind of went into the script, and it became kind of more, entertaining. Well, it was entertaining to begin with, but more comedic. Tim played Banquo, and the scene with his ghost, oh my god, it was hard not to laugh, because he comes in and sits on the chair and he does it really seductively, and he just starts doing this, and it was hilarious. And then even better, James Kelly, who I've talked about a lot, and we're going to try and do a collab with him, and we've tried in the past to do it. He's probably watching this now going what the fuck are you talking about, mate? Stop. He played Lady Macbeth. My wife. Which was kind of like an ongoing joke for a while. But the funny thing was, it just started because we didn't have enough females in the class to read the roles, so James volunteered to do it himself. And after the first read through, we're like, he needs to get this fucking role. He needs it now. And we did. But we even put a little spin on it. For those who know, back in Shakespeare days, men would play women's roles. I guess it's because they didn't allow women to participate in it. Because sexist times. Or for whatever reason. Probably sexist reasons. But we even put a spin on it in that he's actually a man. Lady Macbeth was a man in disguise, in drag. And whenever the character was alone, James would speak in this deep, manly voice. But whenever someone would enter the room, he'd go to his woman voice, and it was great. It was phenomenal. I kinda purposely, and I'm glad that Peter, our drama teacher, picked up on this. I purposefully overacted for the role because, Macbeth is kind of a doofus, and that we made that a little bit more prominent. One of my favourite scenes was the dagger scene, where we actually had a dagger come down from the roof on a string, and I would go violently to reach for it, and it'd be tugged up, and I'd just smack on the ground and just instantly get back up as if nothing happened. But it was just kind of that overacting things. And sometimes I would get so into character because I would get so fired up and then go to leave. But then every time I would forget that James was supposed to come straight in and we'd continue the scene. So a lot of times I'm actually ready to storm off, and then James comes in, and it actually provides for that kind of natural kind of reaction. And then one thing is, when the scene where I'm supposed to have blood on my hands, backstage we actually dip I get some red paint and smear it all over my hands. but then the scene in which I'm supposed to be like wiping it off, I go backstage, get water, quickly rub, paper towel, blah blah blah, and then come back on. But I still have slight redness on my hands, so characters sort of notice it. Just some backstory, basically. I just felt like, I wanted to do this video to sit down and discuss me, I guess. Yeah. So I hope this whole thing has kind of given you a better perspective of who I am, the kind of person, why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah. If you are one of my friends who know me personally, I mean, I consider all my viewers my friends. It's why I don't leave a link in the description below to a Facebook fan page. I leave it to my actual, proper, personal Facebook page because, add me if you want. I don't care. I like talking to the viewers. I love, just communicating. I guess that kind of goes into the whole attention-seeking thing. But whatever. I love to entertain and ask any of my friends. So yeah, if any of my friends are out there watching this, don't be a prick. Don't start calling me a sissy because I opened up on YouTube. Please don't. I don't think my emotions can handle it. No, but yeah. Luckily, I didn't tear up. Thankfully. But yes, that ruined it. No. I'll be uploading this, and then I'll be uploading a custom tutorial that I did like a month back, maybe more. But I gave to the Tim. He handed it back to me, and I still haven't uploaded it. So now seems like a perfect time to do that. I have to discuss this with Phoenix Fire, but I'm pretty sure he'll be on board with it, and he's probably going to be watching this. Probably not. Because he's coming up for the reaction video for Fit Plus Fin Productions, we are going to be doing, we're going to be having a marathon of Series 9 of Doctor Who. But, what we might do is film an 8-hour commentary track for Series 9. So basically we'll just set the laptop up there, click play, and just watch from beginning to end Series 9 of Doctor Who, ending with Heaven Sent. And then we'll do the reaction for Hellbent, and that will go up on Fit Plus Fin Productions. But if we do decide to do that, that'll be uploaded on this channel. So yeah. Commentary track. So yeah, that's really the only thing I have planned for this whole thing, and the rest are just going to be like little things I pull out of nowhere. I am going to be buying the Tim's camera very soon, and that means I can vlog. Expect vlogs of the night we see Star Wars, because that's going to be hectic. I just hope the crowd is a good crowd. Like, if it's half as good as the crowd that I was with, or the audience I was with when I went to see Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Z, the fans there were just phenomenal. I'd never been in an environment like that. They, before the movie started, there was just people all around talking about like DBZA, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and all this other cool stuff. And like, I remember one line in the movie when Krillin like flies away, Android 18 says like, "He's so cool," and the entire fucking audience, I'm pretty sure, just like cracked up laughing at that line, because Krillin's not cool at all. If you like Krillin, then, fine. Like Krillin. But whatever. So, yeah. I just hope that the crowd for Star Wars is... because I'm going to be, like, cheering and crying throughout that movie. I'm going to be going hectic, and I hope the audience is like that as well, because I mean, I don't like going to a movie and then you kind of feel frightened to show any kind of emotion. I once got told off for laughing in a comedy movie. Okay? That's how, like, awful people are down here. They, like, do not like being interrupted during their movies, I guess. It's like, you know, you'd expect laughing in a comedy. It's called a comedy. But what can you do? People are strange. Not all people. Some people are cool. I'm one of the strange ones, to be honest. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bring this to a close. I hope that you like this video. I mean, it was just me talking about the past few years of my life, more specifically this year, and how hectic it has been. But yeah, I'm planning... This has just reignited my love for YouTube. So a lot more content will be coming to this, to Fic Plus in Productions, to Babylon 5, to 2 other channels that are in the works as we speak. Yes, 2 more channels. What's that, like 5 now? Wow, I'm going great. Fantastic. Yes, guys, I shall see you tomorrow for the next video. God knows what it is. Wildcard. I don't fucking know what's going to happen tomorrow. Kind of exciting, though, right? I mean, it's kind of opening an advent calendar, except instead of getting a chocolate, you get a different thing each day. Like, you might be expecting a chocolate, and BAM! Rattlesnake. Like an alive rattlesnake. I don't know why it isn't making noise. Like, you pick up the advent calendar, it's like, honey, does this sound like rattling to you? Nah, it's good. Put it in the basket. It's going straight in my basket. Oh, God. Anyway, I'm going to bring this to a close. It's getting pretty late, so I need to sleep. Upload this video. No, I'll upload this video, upload the other one, and then sleep. That sounds like a hell of a plan. So, yeah, guys, tune in to this channel for content. I'll probably be throwing up something on Fic Plus in Productions. The Tim, this time tomorrow, will be in Melbourne. So, on the Fic Plus in Productions channel, it's just going to be me, by myself, with reading some comments. I'll probably throw that up Friday. Then we'll be doing a Skype reaction, a reaction over Skype with Tim. Hopefully everything goes smoothly and we don't have any errors with the playback. Yep, go me. Playback. So yes, gonna bring this to a close finally, guys. Please, if you like this video, give me a like. If you didn't, dislike. Please comment. Let me know what you thought and what you think of this whole saga that I'm going to be doing. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me out greatly. Check out all the channels in the link in the description below. Subscribe to all of those. Follow the social media links and add me. Follow me on Twitter. Add me on Facebook. And don't be afraid to chuck me a message or anything, because you know I'm a nice guy. Sometimes. I think. I don't know. Don't talk to me. No. It's OG. Yeah, you can tell I'm tired. Yeah, guys. Gonna bring this to a close. Finally. I've said that for like the 20th time. But yes, guys. I thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care. And I'll see you later. Bye.